Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. I have an unbalanced rack, no bingos here, and too many vowels. So how to sort it out? I can play indie, keeping A, E. And now, is there a way of playing off one more vowel? Keeping two vowels is vulnerable to a vowel-heavy rack leave in the following move. Yes, I've got Adine for 16. Well, I still managed to draw a ton of vowels, but I have a scoring tile in the F. It would be nice to play off the F, split up the duplicate A and get rid of the U as a minimum. So that will be a play of something like AUF, but even that keeps a vowel heavy rack leave. So it would be good to maybe play off some more tiles. I think Feig is good, which I could play in column 5 onto the E, keeping AI, not great. My F can go underneath the I to get doubled. The double word squares are accessed via the vowels in Adine, which isn't particularly helpful when I'm trying to get rid of vowels. I have AUA on my rack, which would leave an equal number of vowels and consonants, including an E. And that would play above the final 3 tiles in Adine. It would retain the F, which is a non-bingo-y tile. So it'd be nice to maybe find a play which does play off the F. The triple letter squares above and below the D are candidate spots for the F to score well. But I'm not seeing anything great through them. A play of Fade would keep 3 vowels and a consonant, including U, and including the GU combination, which isn't particularly synergetic. Okay, great. Only 24 points for my opponent. He's taken my AUA spot. He's left alone my Feig spot. Now, Kif is good. So, do I have an F play? I've got just if or FE, but I doubt if that's optimal. 26 points, which is quite good. Let me see what Feig looks like. 20 points, keeping AI. I think I prefer this. I draw the Q. I've got the I to go with it. So I've got Chi and AI. Chi and if. Onto NA, I would have Yakona. The U of Feig, not available for my Q. I think it's a priority to play off the Q. I can't see myself scoring enough points with any play that retains it. Onto a T, I would have Cat. Gosh, I nearly had Yakona through ON. I would need another A for that. And another N to play it through Feig. So just the 2 spots for Chi at the moment, but I don't think they will both be blocked. The rack leave's going to be pretty ropey. Vowel heavy and a Y, which is a non-bingo-y tile. But the priority this move is to jettison the Q. And at least the Y will assist in getting rid of vowels the following turn. Great. Opponent is not zooming away. In fact, I'm only 4 points behind. He's provided no new spots for my queue. So, Chi for 23. Wow, look at that. I didn't think much of my rack leave. I think a lot more of it now. I've drawn the first blank. I've got Royalette on my rack. Not sure if there's anywhere for that. Well, there is in fact, beginning underneath AI, making air, eam and ut. And I could well have other bingos with this rack. Mug takes a G and an S after it. I've got Kaloya with the blank as a C. That makes con. So I have a bingo in row F. Opponent's taken my fancy Royalette spot. Not provided anything new. 8 takes an S and a U after it. So I have Kaloya and con. Doesn't get doubled. Now, what about column 11, a double-double through the G? That's possible. Let me run through the alphabet and think about this rack by itself and with a G. And I've got the LY ending. That's Kaloya. Not seen anything yet with this rack plus a G. Now, Gargoyle. Yep, that looks quite nice. It does get doubled, but not a double-double. Not seen anything else. Orangely? I don't think so. Aerology or Areology, either one of those is not a double-double, so not better than Gargoyle. Playgoer, yeah, well, that's the one. Playgoer for 94. Pretty good. Hopelessly non-bingo-y, but I've got the X, I've got other scoring tiles, and I've got a couple of vowels to extract value from them. So I have Hauff in column 4, which retains the X, gets rid of every other high-scoring tile, and scores a ton. And I also have that beginning underneath the U of Mug, retaining the O. And I think that's the play. It's good to carry forward one scoring tile or none, in preference to 2 or more, and Hauff does the job. And it's usually a good thing to have the X on your rack because there's a reasonable expectation of scoring with it, so I don't mind retaining the X. It would be my preference. Unless there's some super hot X spot which I'm missing. Now, I have both Hauff spots still available. Spiv takes an S, I've got an S. 30 points, opponent burns an S. Has he got a second one? Difficult to say, depends on the rest of his rack. He is jettisoning a non-bingo tile, and he's scoring well, so I don't think you can deduce that he definitely has an S. In any event, I don't think I can score hugely well using the Spiv's hook. Let me see what Hauff scores in this spot. Now the O goes well with my rack, so I'm not going out of my way to burn it. 46 points. Yeah, that's about 10 more points than Hauff and so I think this is the play. Okay, through an H, I would have Hex arise. The H of Hauff not available. Through a C, I would have Exercise. What else do I have? Well, what are the available floaters? There's the P and L of playgoers. I don't think there's anything through either of those. Now, do I have an X spot? Nothing fantastic. Well, I have Yexes for 48 points. That's quite a decent score. Still one blank to come and 2 S's. And I've got an 80-point lead, but opponent's on turn and he could well have an S or a blank, so that might vanish in an eye blink. Okay, so he doesn't have an S, otherwise he could have played on heels. He gets 23 points. He blocks my Yex spot. I can't see a play in column 15, apart from sex and spibs, but I don't like the rack leave of that. 40 points though, so that's what I need to have in mind in terms of beating that. And of course it does deny my opponent that spot. Now, does the N give me anything? I don't think it does. Well, I was looking forward to retaining the X, but now I can't see anything fantastic with it. Column 14 would be good. Something X, something, something V. Can't see anything. Now, what about playing X's down here? I'm burning the S, which is a bit of a shame given the spibs hook, but 42 points is good. And I'm providing a second hot spot. Although column 15 is only really hot if you've got a blank or an S. However, column 14 is quite hot with this triple letter square and the V and the double word square. The trouble with X's is opponent could easily get 40 or 50 points playing parallel to it. However, the rack leave is much better than sex. It burns an extra E. And EIR goes quite well with the N of unheal. I don't feel great about this play. Could easily be something better. Row B is available, but again I can't get the X tripled. Can I get the X doubled through the N? No, I don't think so. What about a play in column 8 ending ON? Can't see such a play. I thought for one moment I had exertion, but I don't have the T. I'm going with this. Okay, not great. Not great. This is fairly unbingo-y. I've got bird as a component element with EIW. That doesn't help me. So do I have a play through the V? I'm ignoring column 1 because I think my opponent may go there. Well, I've got drive. Only 26 points and I'm providing 2 super hot spots. So that doesn't feel great. I can't use the triple letter square underneath the U of mug. I've got a 90-point lead, which is quite good. AL takes a B. But there's something generally about this rack which doesn't feel great. Possibly the BW combination and the duplicate I. WOF is good. Nothing goes in front of FA. So I have Jew, keeping BIIR. 37 points. Not a great rack lead, but it is a good score. Yeah, opponent gets quite a decent score, but he wrecks his rack to do so. Those are quite bingo-y tiles. So this is what I was thinking of. Jew for 37. 3 eyes to come, so I may get unlucky. Can I do better than Jew? How do I beat 37 points? It's quite a high target. I don't think I can. Has my opponent provided anything? Not really. Okay, I'm going with this. I draw the 3rd eye and a U. I feel I'm being punished for some bad play earlier in the game, but I don't think Scrabble actually works like that. So, is this bad enough to change? It might be. I've got a 100-point lead, 32 tiles to come. I'd be inclined to change all 7. I would normally keep the R, but there are 4 R's to come. And there's quite a premium in getting one of these S's or blanks because of column 15. So what if I didn't change? What's the best I can do? Well, I thought for a moment I had a bind, but I would need a D for that. I don't have anything parallel to X's. Now my P can go underneath the U of mug. But I can't see anything good. So I'm still inclined to change. I have bid, but the rack leaves is horrendous, and it's less than 20 points, so that's pretty grim. I haven't got anything beginning axe. Only 2 E's to come, which is good in terms of my opponent coming back with a bingo. E's are one of the most bingo-y tiles in the bag. And a lot of O's out there. Okay. Great. Only 24 points. A good time to change when you're 80 points ahead and you've got a crap rack. So, let's jettison the lot. And I draw both final S's. Fantastic. Opponent can only make spibs using the blank. And I draw both remaining E's. Wow. So, what to do with this rack? The B and the Y are non-bingo-y. I can't see a way of immediately using the spibs hook. I don't particularly want to play either of my E's since they're the remaining ones. I could just play alb and a buy. Although that might tempt my opponent to play across from the Y, spoiling the spibs hook. But I don't want to keep that open too long, because that may be my opponent's only way back into the game. And my lead is only 78 points with my opponent on turn. Neither of my high-scoring tiles goes underneath the U. Although they both go if I were to play vertically. I see no vertical play. I think axial takes an S, so I could play BYS and axials. Well, I can't now. However, what I have is this. Obeys 39 points, and that's a slightly disguised play. My opponent may think I've got the final S, but I don't think he can draw that conclusion with confidence, given that Obeys scores so much. And this rack leaves pretty good. I'm going with this. That looks nice. Does it make anything? I don't think it makes a 7. Or does it? I don't think it does. So, is there anything through the S of obeys? Don't think so. What about the U or N? Wow, this is a cruel rack. It looks so close to a bingo, and I'm seeing nothing. Baronies and C Robin through an R. The Y not available for a bingo. I've got a 100-point lead, which is encouraging. I'm still looking for a bingo with this rack, seeing nothing. Yes, I have Bisonian. Fantastic. I have a bingo through the N. It sets up a triple-triple, but that just adds to the excitement. Provided my opponent doesn't find a triple-triple, in which case it's a disaster. Still a blank to come. Now, well, I was thinking about parallel plays to unheal, but I have yet to identify a 7-letter bingo with this rack. Through an A, I would have Bed Sonia. Sorry, through a D, I would have Bed Sonia. Well, my Bessonian spot has been taken. So what to do? Opponent has provided no useful new floaters. I don't think Bed Sonia has got an anagram. Ground takes an A. I've got an A. Let me check the vowel situation. 7 out of 22. My vowels are valuable. So I could play Banny. 30 points. Always good to keep hammering in 30-point plays. I'm keeping a decent rack leave, given the vowel situation. I think keeping EIOS is excessive, given that there are 3 I's out there. 15 tiles in the bag. 9 minutes on my clock. £30 is this best. Well, I was going to say EIS is better than EOS, but 3 I's, so I'm anxious to avoid a duplicate. I'm going with this. And I draw 2 I's, so glad I jettisoned that one. The remaining tiles now, very vowel light, only 5 out of 18. And the remaining tiles pretty unbingo-y. But with a blank, there will be bingos. However, with a 110-point lead, I may be in a position to outrun an opponent's bingo. I have diorites in column 14 through the D of the ground. Do I have anything through the V? Or the S? I think Ivoriest is good with the American dictionary, but not with the Collins one. And in any event, it doesn't go. I can't see a 7 with this rack. And I'm not seeing a bingo through the S. Great. My diorite spot remains available. I'm pretty sure this seals the win. Diorites 61. So, opponent's probably got the blank, but he's got a heap of junk to go with it. Only 1 vowel in the A. Wow, and I drew 3 vowels, so opponent pretty unlucky. Oh, I've just seen my rack made Riotize, so I played diorites a little too quickly. I could have had Riotize and Spibs. So that was remiss. But it doesn't affect the outcome of the game. I have a lead of 130 points. And I would also therefore have had Riotizes through the S of Obeys. So, what to do with this rack? 9 minutes on my clock. Opponent's probably not going out in 1, although he may be able to. So I need to plan to go out in 2. I've got vid for 21, so I can at least keep scoring. But can I do better? J takes an O. I've got an O. So what do I have? Making O something S. Not really seeing anything. Onto an E, I would have volume. Tricky board for playing off a lot of tiles. Just wondering about an IUM play. But I'm not seeing one. What about a play beginning with S? And I'm still looking to see if I can play off a lot of tiles with a view to going out in 2. 7 minutes on my clock. Well, I'm just not seeing anything. What about a play through the P? No, not seeing anything. I thought I had vials for a minute, but oh well, not good. I've got Maiko. 18 points, keeping VUL, which makes love. Does that play anywhere? Well, it doesn't. But I'm inclined to play this. I don't like to spend too long at the end of a game playing on ISC when the game is won. Through an N, I would have Vuln. I hope I haven't left myself stuck with the V, in which case my opponent could play out one tile at a time, which defeats the object of playing quickly. So where can I play my V? I have Lev and Low. Okay. That's good. Can't see anywhere else for it at the moment. Opponent goes there, so it's possible I could be stuck with this wretched V. Okay, I think that might be the situation. So where to play off L and U. Well, this is pretty lame, but I've got pull for 6. Do I have anything better? Well, yes, of course I do. I have Lud for 12. And now I'm stuck with the V, and my opponent can play out one tile at a time and extract as much misery as possible. Entirely of my own doing. And he's got 4 minutes to look around for single point plays if he chooses to go down that path. I'm looking around in case there's any V spots I've missed. Always possible, but I'm not seeing any. No, I could have had V though. That might have been the play. Keeping C-U-L-M. Okay, so opponent goes out. And final score, 318 to me. No, 318 to my opponent, 438 to me. A winning margin of 120 points, so a huge, huge win. Let's see what I missed. It was me to go first. I played Adine. Opponent's rack. He plays Ko. And this was a tricky one. Val heavy. Fuji, quite nice, despite the duplicate A. And then Feig for 3 fewer points, I think is a better play. Opponent's rack. Now, why did... Ah, here we go. So, opponent plays Mug. Now I play Chi for 23, and I think that's best. Opponent's rack, he plays Zit. Now I have a choice of bingos, but the double doubles were Playgoer and Allegory. Opponent's rack, he plays Spiv, and I play Hauff, which I like. Opponent's rack. So what did my opponent have when he played Spiv? So he had that, keeping U-N-E. Okay, so he didn't have an S or a blank. I play Hauff. Opponent plays Unheal. And then this was a tricky one. I played Zexes for 42. Sexier J5. Sexier and Zits, but putting an R in the middle of row O, I don't like that, so actually Zexes looks fine, and Xy's J5. Okay, that's not too bad, Xy's and Zeit. It hides the X and doesn't open up row O, so possibly a better play, but actually I think the 5 extra points for Zexes may make that preferable, but it is opening a hotspot in column 1. Opponent plays Eend. Now this was a rack which didn't feel good. Ah, Axebird for 34, very nice, keeping IW. I played Jew for 37, probably not a huge amount between those. Opponent misses a bingo, diagonal, where's that? 6H. Down from the D of Adine. Okay. Plays Axial. I have this horror show. I change. But Pure for 27 points. Better than changing. Not so keen, not so sure on keeping 3 I's or 2 I's and a U, but I think Pure is better than changing. Opponent plays Acton. And I play Obeys for 39. Opponent's rack. Plays Ground. And I played Manny for 30, which I like. Opponent plays Joy. And now I have Riot Eyes for 84, which I miss. And I go for Diorites for 61. An opponent has a bingo. Wow. Retrait H13. Coming down to on the left-hand side of Diorites through the eye. Wow, what a play. Okay, very hard one to see. And now this is the end, which I make a complete hash of. So, is there anything down here which looks like it could be an out in 2? Possibly 04. Clues, keeping Vim. But I'm not sure there's anywhere for Vim. So, possibly there wasn't an out in 2. But my play definitely suboptimal as it stuck me with the V. opponent couldn't go out, plays per. And look at this, there is a spot for the V, G10. Wow! Valuta, that would have been really cool. The only spot for the V. I missed it. I play Lud, and then fortunately my opponent doesn't play out one at a time. And he goes out. So, pretty exciting game. Nice to spot the double-double playgoer, quite an obscure word, and just good to get back into winning ways and to secure a good victory. So I hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.